How's it going, guys? I'm Connor from Running Warehouse, and today I'm going to be giving you my full review of the New Balance 1080 V13. Now, this shoe I've got about 100 miles on. I've had it for a few months, and the 1080 series as a whole is a series I'm very familiar with. I started on the 1080 V5, and at the time it was a very cushioned shoe. Over the years, it gained a little bit more stack. Of course, with version 6, we saw the big update with the fresh foam compound. That fresh foam compound and the geometries changed a little bit year after year. We saw some changes in the fit, especially in some of those later versions. We saw the Ultra Heel. Some people loved it, some people hated it. And now with version 13, I think we've got the biggest update we've seen since that big update with version 6. A lot to talk about with this shoe, and I think a lot of the premium comfort feel you remember with a 1080 is gonna be seen in the midsole. Now, we've got a full-length Fresh Foam X compound. This is a new compound, just getting it on foot. It's very soft, very squishy, offers a really protective underfoot experience. It reminds me a little bit from a feel and geometry perspective to the More V4. Obviously, the More is gonna be a little bit more stack, a little bit more cushioned, hence the name, but this still is gonna be very protective, can go those long miles, and it's just gonna feel very cushioned on foot. If anything, the 1080 is gonna feel just a little bit more nimble and maybe even just a little bit more responsive. As we move on down to the outsole, we are gonna see a little bit less rubber than that last version. Still all the rubber you need in the high wear areas. You're also gonna see these diagonal flex screws that run through the forefoot. Maybe give a little bit of flexibility, but one thing New Balance did with this shoe was add stiffness to the forefoot. That was done on purpose. Some of the studies that they did showed that that helped with efficiency. As I got this shoe on my foot, as I went through my stride, especially at the toe off, you really feel the stiffness in that forefoot, and it makes easy running feel even easier. You get a little bit snap at the toe off, and it just feels very effortless. Moving on up to the upper, this is again where we're gonna see that premium luxury comfort. Comparing this to the More V4 that has that simple engineered mesh, this is gonna be a lot softer, has a lot more foam, and it's just gonna feel a lot nicer on foot. As you go through the midfoot, fairly medium fit, and then in the toe box, you're gonna get a little bit wider, more roomy fit, gonna allow those toes to splay. In the heel, you got a lot of foam. This is really plush, really comfortable. And then inside the shoe, you're gonna have a gusset. It offers a nice midfoot wrap and just feels really seamless on foot. Really everything about this upper is based on comfort, and that is what's gonna give it that little bit higher price point at $165. So the 1080 V13, it's gonna have all the bells and whistles, it's gonna have that comfort, but what would I compare it to? I'd say there's a few different options. Probably the Asics Nimbus 25 and the Nike Invincible 3 are gonna be the two closest options. Very similar stack heights, very soft underfoot experiences, and has that protection and efficiency to feel really good for some of those longer miles. The other shoe that I've already talked about is the More V4. Very similar geometries. That shoe obviously has a little bit more stack, but if you like the More, you're probably gonna like the 1080 V13. So overall, that was our full review of the 1080 V13. This is gonna be a shoe that's great for daily training, recovery days, long runs. Anytime you want a lot of cushioning underfoot, you want that premium, comfortable upper, and just feel good to pound out the miles, the 1080 V13 is gonna do the job. Whether you're a loyalist to the series or just seeking that premium neutral trainer to add in the miles, the 1080 V13 is gonna be a great option. If you're looking to get this shoe on your own feet, you can find it here on October 13th, 2023 at Running Warehouse.